Welcome to Devonius' Domain Toy Review. Today, we're going to be checking out the Bandai Movie Monster Series Varan figure. This is so awesome. I've been trying to get this guy in my collection for such a long time because he went out of stock a couple years ago, but he went back in stock for retail on the Godzilla store, so I had to pick him up. I don't have a whole lot of Varan merch, and there's not really a whole lot to begin with, so, I had to do it. Let's just get right into him, because as you know, these guys don't really come with a whole lot in the way of packaging. But we do have this little file card here in, of course, black and white to mirror his first live action look. And then looking at the face, very gnarly. I like the inside of the mouth being painted with the little teeth, very adorable. The eyes look cool. And then we've got his multiple horns here. And then looking at the claws, painted in the front, which is nice. Not painted in the back, which is a little bit unfortunate. And then we've got, with paint, we've got all of his back ridges have been painted white, but they kind of stop right here. A little bit unfortunate. I feel like they really could have gone the extra mile and just painted the rest of it white. But other than the paints, which there is few and far between in the way of paints, the sculpt is fantastic. I mean, this guy's pretty big. He's a little bit weighty for a Bandai vinyl figure, and the sculpt is just great. I mean, looking at this guy, he's got a great sculpt. The quadrupedal look of the back legs here, it's kind of giving me like a frog, muscly leg vibe. Just very cool. And the sculpt here, kind of like the back carapace part. I mean, just really, really awesome. Looking like some razor sharp back ridges. In terms of articulation, there's no head movement here, but there's a cut. I don't really know how there would have been head movement here, just based off of the body design and everything, so that kind of makes sense. I'm not really tiffed about that. And then we've got arm articulation here with these like little saggy wing parts, which I think is really cool. It kind of goes into the sculpt up here, like, as if he was like flying or something like that, which I think is really cool. I think that looks awesome. And then back here, there's not a whole lot of articulation in the legs, but you can actually do all that, so that's pretty cool. The tail can't move. There's a cut there, but it's just glued. Yeah, when it gets down to it, I would say the main thing that I really enjoy about this figure is its size. So it's got a lot of presence, I think, or it will, on the shelf with your other Movie Monster Series figures or whatever you're putting with it. And its sculpt. It's just got a really great sculpt, which is just unfortunate because I think the sculpt would have looked even better with kind of like, maybe like a wash or like some darker brown paints. I personally don't know why they went with this lighter skinned plastic, because I feel like something more akin to like the Movie Monster Series Baragon skin tone would have been better for this Varan figure. I think it just matches the, not darker brown, but definitely darker than this brown. This is almost bordering on tan for me. I feel like it should have been a little bit darker, but that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if I'm tripping, but I don't know. I just feel like it could have been a little bit darker, and that they could have added some white paint on the back legs, and also should have finished up the paint back there. I mean, especially considering like how much this guy goes for in the aftermarket. It's like, are you really going to want to pay like $60, $70 on the aftermarket for a figure that's not even fully painted? So, had to do this review on this dude. Super cool. Awesome figure. And that's going to be all for today's review. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Movie Monster Series Varan, the Unbelievable, Devonius.